weekends, the great campus, great academics. It's one of the great state universities in the nation. And then it got away in the recruiting wars. They just really couldn't get the big-time stars. I can't understand how attractive that school is, how they can't get the big-time players that are going to the Dukes and the Carolinas. Michigan should be there. In football and basketball, there is no reason why they should struggle. I've always felt that way. I was in awe of them when I coached the University of Detroit. I don't want to tell you that, but I was in awe of Michigan.
Well, John Beilein, he starts winning in his track record. He'll start getting better and better players, you would think. And there's a lot of talented players in the state of Michigan.
See, the one thing about North Carolina and Duke, the way they have it rolling right now, every year they just replace them. UCLA is going to be the same scenario.
Travel on Singler to take us to immediate timeout. The under 4 timeout here in New York. Duke is in front by 15. When we come back, we'll look at Dickie V's list of the human eraser. Gerald Henderson has had some tremendous blocks tonight. Will he make Dick's list? All right, Ryan, thank you. There's what the fans here at Madison Square Garden are seeing. Up at the scoreboard, Duke leading comfortably 65-50 and on their way to an early season tournament championship here. The 2K Sports Classic benefiting Coaches versus Cancer. The NIT season tip-off is here in New York. Next week, Oklahoma's in it, Purdue's in it. Next week, the Jimmy V is here.
Wow.
Davidson, West Virginia, Villanova, Texas. Pretty good stuff.
You know, trophy case. Unbelievable. Mike Krzyzewski must have some trophy case at home. I wonder if his wife has to clean all those trophies, all those awards. What a year. Gold medals, the whole bit. Unbelievable.
The only unfortunate thing is coaches don't get gold medals in the Olympics. Manny Harris knocks down a 3.
But all the players put their gold medal around his neck. It was really nice of him.
What do you think the chances are of him doing it again?
My gut feeling is I think that he's emotionally spent. I think he loves his country. I think he'd like to act in some role. I just think that it's so much work. I mean, it is really an incredible...
It's 2 full-time jobs in one city.
It's really... I don't know. He may take it. I hope he does because it'd be great for our nation. I love the fact that Jerry Colangelo is going to head the program.
David McClure for 3. A couple more baskets here. Michigan can make this interesting. Harris, stutter step. Offensive foul.
James Lucky with the call.
Now we talked about your human erasers team, some of the best shot blockers in the country. Who you got?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. It starts at Connecticut with Mr. Tabit. You talk about a shot blocker. Every year they lead the nation. And you have this guy, you got a great chance. Thou shalt not enter thy lane with him, I'll tell you that.
Talk about a guy who made a good decision staying in school.
Absolutely.
He has become better and better. As a junior, he's got a chance to be one of the best players in college basketball. Here's your full list.
Well, take a look at these guys. You got Renato down there. He's like a tornado the way this guy blocks shots down there in Mississippi State. You think about Jerome Jordan. Watch Tulsa. They could be a surprise team in the Conference USA. And Doug Wolchuk's got a good one there. Sanders down at VCU, where they got a heck of a player. Chris Johnson at LSU. Plays with Mr. Thornton. He's an outstanding scorer. Hey, Tulsa, Doug Wolchuk, he's got a great scorer coming back. And you look at Conference USA, they've been unable to get that second and third team.
Really, there are some other conferences that, like the Missouri Valley Conference, last year only got 1, but a couple of years back, few years back now, they had 4. They've had 2 and 3 on many occasions, and Conference USA has not been able to get that many in.
Well, they expect this year, they think that might happen. Certainly UAB's coming here to New York in the NIT.
Novak tried to dump it inside. It will be Duke basketball.
It's been a very methodical win. You know, really nothing sensational, really solid play, moving the ball, making open shots. Mike Krzyzewski still as intense as ever.
And a 30-second timeout taken by John Beilein gives us an opportunity to tell you about tonight's 2K Sports Player of the Game and another all-round solid performance by Kyle Singler leading the way for Duke tonight.
You know, inside, outside, certainly he's done a better job rebounding. Really got himself in a great mental position for this year. I mean, there's so much balance on this team. It's going to be really a great matchup when they hook up with North Carolina. That's going to be a terrific matchup.
Singler adding about 15 pounds in the offseason, Dick. Felt maybe he wore down at the end of the season, but he's a little bigger and stronger. Brian Zubek is playing better, so there's a little more size and bulk for Duke right now than there was a year ago. Zubek sitting down right now. A lot of ball handlers, a lot of good free throw shooters in the game for Duke. They've got Smith and Paulus and Shire and